So I want to tell a story about something that happened to me this morning, but I'm not going to mince words about it because context does matter. I digress. I need to preface a little bit of my previous history for a better understanding of why I feel and how I feel about what occurred this morning. Um, I was born in Los Angeles, California. Um, Lived there, both of my parents, my beautiful loving parents, God rest their souls. Until my mid teens, when my dad got transferred up here to Oregon. Um, my dad wanted to retire in an area like this, anyways. He always wanted the woods and lakes and stuff for me and my mom to fish in and, all the outdoorsy things. So we settled upon a little town here in the Willamette Valley. It had a population at the time of about 6,850 people, only 11 black people, two of those being my father and I. It was the very first time in my life that I'd ever experienced racism. It was the very first time in life I got called a nigger and a coon and a monkey, a darky, a toad, every single racial epithet you can even think of. And it was definitely a shock to me, something that I just wasn't prepared for. And eventually those racially motivated incidents got worse for me. I remember once I got jumped by about 7 boys, and I was able to get a couple of good licks in on them, but after that, they all swarmed me like a colony of ants and grabbed a hold of each one of my limbs and beat me until about an inch of my life. But I survived, pushed along. And then other situations in my life, I've had racism experiences. Uh, my employers, friends of friends, things that I wouldn't think we would still experience at this day and age in 2025. But we do. And it actually seemed like it was quiet for a long time until about 2016, when a lot of covert racists turned into overt racists. They felt more comfortable to come out and say how they truly feel, which is great in a way, because then you can recognize people who they really are instead of the people that they fake to be. So this morning, Angelique and I were driving to Albany, and we came across a motor vehicle accident at an intersection where a U-Haul van had T-boned the Jeep Cherokee, I think it was, on the driver's side. The U-Haul driver was fine. However, the Cherokee driver, as expected, had some injuries. So I parked the vehicle, ran down to where the lady's window was. She was still inside the vehicle. I asked, there was a few ladies and gentlemen around, asked if anybody else was medically qualified. As most of you know, I'm a former EMT firefighter, so I wanted to see if there was somebody that help me work with this patient, if she needed assistance. So I walked up to her and I told her, "Hey, my name's Rich. What's your name?" And she looked over and saw me, and she immediately goes, "Get the fuck away from me." And I was kind of taken aback, like, she's not talking to me, right? I was like, "Miss, what can I do to help you? Are you experiencing any pain anywhere?" And she said again, "You better get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck out of my face." And I was just like, this cannot be going on right now. And the other lady next to me that was kind of helping me out, she tried talking to the lady too, trying to get her name and find out if she had any injuries. And the lady, I hadn't even said a word yet, and the lady turns and points to me, and she's like, "You fucking nigger, you better get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away. I hate you fucking niggers. Get the fuck away from me." And so I said, "Miss, I'm sorry that you feel this way, and you can feel about me any way that you want, but right now, I just want to be here and assist you until EMS gets here." And she just said again, "Get the fuck away from me, nigger." And so I kept trying to plead with her to let somebody else help her. If she wants to talk to somebody else, it's fine. But, I wanted to get better information for the medics that arrived up and everything else just in case she loses consciousness. But eventually I started hearing the sirens coming by, getting close, and I knew the medics were going to be arriving here within a minute. So I walked off. And it was something that I never thought that I would experience, again, because this isn't the first time while trying to rescue somebody that I was called a nigger, and they didn't want my assistance just because of that. And I don't know. I didn't get a chance or opportunity to feel anything about it then, because in that moment, she was the patient and she was the most important one in need and needed care of. And anything that I felt about it was to the side. It wasn't important. But I will admit now, it does suck. It hurts. Every time in my life I was ever called a racial epithet, it sliced through my heart like a knife. Just because somebody has so much fervent hate within them that they just feel so comfortable and to express their anger that way. And that's the way it was with this lady this morning. Her hate was just so visceral and fervent that she couldn't even recognize that she was in a car accident and that she may need help and that she's in pain. She had facial trauma. She was bleeding from her mouth. I saw blood on her hands. So she was obviously injured pretty well. I'm sure a lot of it from the glass, but the pain had to not been comfortable whatsoever. But she just wouldn't let me help her because I was me. But out of it all, it's not sad because I experienced it, and especially another incident in my life. It's sad that she let her views of people other than the people that are like her to cloud her current situation just so she can have enough, I guess, satisfaction to demean a person like myself. And I really hope that lady will pull through out of everything. I mean, I anticipate she's going to be fine. And Miss, if you are watching this, I want to let you know that I forgive you. I probably won't ever change the way that you think or feel or how you treat people, but I do want to let you know that I truly hope that you pulled through fine and that you have a very good recovery and that you and your family will be doing well in the future. To anybody who got to the end and watched this, thank you, and y'all take care. One love.